Somebody called in this, I saw a little note, someone sent an email, but they had a smoke of Stanford's 90. It's the best cigar they ever smoked. First of all, I don't know, I forgot who it was, but I forgot how they got them. I guess we sent them out to our customers.
We did.
Back in 2006.
So my name is Drew Newman. I'm here with my father, Eric Newman, my uncle, Bobby Newman, and we're here in the basement, the underground cigar vault in our iconic El Reloj cigar factory in the cigar city of Tampa, Florida. And we're lighting up a very special cigar. It's the Stanford's 90th cigar, a Diamond Crown Maximus that we rolled for my grandfather, Stanford J. Newman's 90th birthday in 2006. It is an 18-year-old cigar, been sitting down here in our basement ever since then, waiting to be lit up, waiting to be enjoyed, and wow, what an amazing cigar. What do you think?
I love it. Stanford, our dad and his grandfather, was the first American to bring Cameroon tobacco into the United States. After the Cuban embargo, everyone had a 2-year supply of Cuban wrapper, binder, filler, and so we switched. Dad was the first American to bring this new tobacco. No one could pronounce it. No one knew where it was, called Cameroon, and this is the Cameroon tobacco. The wrapper is delicious.
This is the real Cameroon. The French used to look after used to run the SETA, used to run the French tobacco monopoly, used to run the Cameroon inscription, help the Cameroon people grow the tobacco.
Cameroon does not look like this anymore.
No, this old Cameroon, there's a lot of Cameroon seed growing around. I think Marathon does grow some Cameroon, but it's difficult. And this is the old style. I wish we could make this. This is what made Cuesta Rey one of the top selling premium cigars in its heyday in the 60s and the 70s.
What a beautiful cigar. So we lit up the Stanford's 90th cigar to celebrate what would have been my grandfather's 108th birthday today, on June 12th. Stanford Newman was born in 1916, born into our family business, just like the three of us were, but it was his father, Julius C. Newman, that founded the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. And my grandfather led our family business for 60 plus years. He started working in the family business in college and worked until the day he died right upstairs shortly after these cigars came out in 2006. And every year we light up a special cigar to celebrate and remember and to think of my grandfather, your father. But this year the Stanford's birthday smoke is going to be a little different. And the reason is we dug into our archives not only to pull out beautiful 18-year-old Stanford's 90th cigars, but we also pulled up our photo archives.
Where you go, that sign of a good cigar. It's a trademark of the old-time Cameroon cigars. Look how it burns.
So
It's chalk
yeah.
white. There's no cigar, no wrapper around the world that would burn and taste like the old Cameroon of 20 years ago.
Beautiful.
So absolutely delicious.
So let's enjoy these cigars and let's see what our team has pulled out. Okay, look at this hairstyle. Who is this?
I was 13 years old, so that was 19.
Which one is you? Which one? Identify yourself, Bobby.
I am the far left.
And who's
With
next to
black
you?
hair. And there's Uncle Eric. It's my brother. He ain't heavy, but he's my brother. There's Dad. There's Go Guy.
That's your mother.
My mother.
That's your mother, Elaine.
You're right.
This is Stanford, and then Eric and Bobby, right here. And so you were 13. So Dad, you were 16 in this.
I was 16. I can't believe I actually had that much hair. There I got another picture where I had more hair. That was 16.
There's a family photo from I guess 1964.
1964.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we come up with. Okay, who's this? Talk about your hair. Whose hair is
There's
this?
the hair. That was a wig.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I had that wig now.
This is from June 1982, and it says you were in Paris. But who are you with?
At the Cameroon inscription at Dad, looking at samples of Cameroon tobacco.
So you go to Paris every year, 'cause that's where Cameroon tobacco is sold. So you would travel there for several weeks to buy the tobacco you needed for the next year?
Dad started going there in 1964. Bob and I started going there in 1970. The inscription, which is the auction, they call it inscription, in Paris, stopped in 1988. Because the French figured that more people, they wanted to bid up the price of the tobacco. They figured more people would want to go to Paris to buy tobacco. They get more buyers there than they would in Cameroon.
Where was this, Dad? Where, do you recognize that? Is that the hotel? Or is that like the actual inscription?
This,
It's a 40-year-old photo.
this
Yes,
is at the
42.
hotel where actually, I'm looking at the book, there's an inscription book. Dad and I are arguing how much we want to pay for the tobacco.
this is the-
Who would pay more?
Oh, your grandfather,
Yeah,
your grandfather fell in love with tobacco, which is a blessing and a curse. Dad wanted the best tobacco, regardless of price. I'm not sure there's ever been a time, we came back from the Cameroon inscription, we didn't have to raise our prices, which is a heck of a thing to have to do. But Dad wanted the best. And I'm going to be a business major with, say business school. I said, Dad, we don't have a budget for it, we don't have, we can't afford it. And Dad would say, we can't afford not to buy it.
And Dad used to say you cannot make cigars out of dollar bills.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, here's a very different photo. Who's this?
So this is Dad on the left. This is this is
1983.
1983, and just yesterday, and 41 years ago, and there's some guy with a black mustache. Oh, that's me.
Holding a pistol.
Yeah, oh yeah, for Gasparilla.
Gasparilla.
On the way to the
Tampa's 100-year-old pirate festival, designed to be like Mardi Gras a century ago, and it continues now. And we have our Jose Gaspar cigars. That is the official cigar of Gasparilla that has you as a pirate, Bobby, on the back of every bundle.
We all dressed, a lot of the business people in Tampa dressed up as pirates, and everybody would smoke cigars. Even those that smoke cigars smoke on Gasparilla.
We can skip this one. We'll go to the next one.
Oh, no. This is a good picture of.
You're not in it.
It's okay. So it's a good picture.
Neither are you, Uncle Bobby. You're not in this one either.
My parents and this little kid with the funky. It's his first birthday. Look at this, Bobby.
Let me see who could it be? Oh, I remember this like yesterday. You are at.
This is the house I grew up in.
House, yeah.
1 year old.
This is Drew, 1982, and I remember he took the cake, and there's a video somewhere, and like most little boys or little girls,
It was a cupcake.
It was a cupcake.
And we gave him some utensils.
Do you remember what he did? He went like this.
That's the first time, probably the last time, his mother and I let him eat with his hands on a cake.
Well, thank you. What I love about this photo is like you can see how active and doting my grandparents were. Your parents, like Stanford and
Absolutely.
Elaine, were just wonderful grandparents. And
Where do you find these pictures? These are great.
I think our marketing team did. They found some great photos. Oh wow, these really are great photos. Oh my goodness, where is this? This is November 2nd, 1957. Do you see your parents here?
Yes, and this should not be put on social media. This is, okay, this is a good-looking woman with nice legs is Elaine Newman, Nate Levinson, next-door neighbor. This man dressed up in a dress. This should be shown, by the way. His dad, oh my gosh.
What were they doing?
Dad was,
And where are they?
41 years old.
Do you recognize
They
this?
sure do.
It's probably a skit,
It was a
maybe
skit.
at a temple.
At the temple. This is Dr. Les Zipser, and this is his wife,
Helga.
Helga Zipser.
Okay.
But just to put any rumors
Where'd you find
aside,
these?
Dad was not a drag queen, just to, if anybody had questions about that, this is a once-in-a-lifetime
wow.
event.
That's amazing. Does this look like the temple to you?
Could be.
Fireplace.
Could be.
Okay. All right. I think I have two more. Oh wow! This is we've seen this photo replicated many times. Never actually seen an actual image of this. Look at this.
Oh my goodness. This is Dad and Carlos Fuente Sr. in our conference room.
Right, really right above us.
Right.
Wow! Look at that.
Two old timers, unfortunately.
Two old Tampa cigar makers.
An iconic photo too.
It really is. Look at that.
Unfortunately, neither one of them are with us,
Yeah.
but they had a very special bond. It
They
started in
did.
the late 50s, and
They're dressed alike. Wow. That's neat.
it's not often you see senior in it. Carlos Fuente Sr. in a tie, though. Dad wore a tie to football games, but that must have been for a special
This is a funny one.
occasion.
This is more recent. This is
That-
probably 99 maybe? What do you think, Dad?
This was taken at the Questway Cigar Bar at Tropicana Field. We used to have fundraisers, come smoke the cigars, the ball players, raise money for our Cigar Family Foundation.
Where the
Here's-
Tampa Rays play?
that is correct. You see Mom looking down at Dad with a funny expression, like, what are you doing? And Dad is pointing the finger to Mom. But he's pointing to the right
Who's the
thing.
boss?
You know who the boss is.
Who's the boss?
Dad's pointing to the boss.
You guys have seen that before, haven't you?
Yeah, and
That expression.
Someone asked him,
many times.
who's the boss? Yeah.
Yeah, there she is.
Uh,
That's great. Well, these are neat photos. So we're thinking about my grandfather, your father Stanford, and obviously my grandmother Elaine too. And something that we're doing that's very special is that we're here in El Reloj, our historic cigar factory, but we're restoring the building across the street from the factory that was also built in 1910 and turning it back into a hotel on the second floor, a restaurant, a cigar lounge on the first floor, and we're naming it the spaces after your parents, after my grandparents. So the restaurant's going to be called Elaine's, and the cigar bar is going to be called Stanford's, and so their memories will be alive in this newly restored building.
Both Mom and Dad would be thrilled that you're honoring this way. Dad would say, you're doing what? You spend so much money for this? Have you lost your mind? Well, some of the same thoughts I felt about Dad. We want to win this Cameroon tobacco at these auctions. He wanted the quality first. So, and speaking of quality, I haven't smoked the cigar in.
It's great.
It is great.
Look at
It is.
this.
So
Look at
smooth.
this chalk white ash.
It is so smooth.
It's amazing.
I wish we could ask the Fuentes to make these for us again.
This tobacco doesn't exist.
No, yeah, that is true.
You know, Eric, I never told you this story, and who never heard it, but you were away, this was, Eric, when you were at camp, because you were in the Air Force ROTC, and you were at camp 1 year.
It wasn't
Air
it was
Force
boot camp.
Boot camp.
It's not like boys camp.
No,
where we
no,
were
no,
kids.
yeah.
Boot camp.
Arnold Air Force Base or something. And so just Dad and me, we were at the Cameroon auction, and I watched my father, our father, your grandfather, spend $800,000. $800,000, that's what,
It's a good thing I wasn't there.
Oh, if you, yes, it would have been less than that, or you've been having big fights with Dad.
But do we roll cigars with that tobacco?
Oh my God, yes.
Do we sell the cigars?
Yeah.
Do we raise, some of the years, we raise prices twice a year. And,
Because of the manufacturing cost of
yeah,
tobacco?
the tobacco, Dad want to get the best tobacco available regardless of the cost.
What would you pay for it? Like now we buy tobacco by the pound, and so like expensive wrappers, upper $20 a pound, $30, $40 a pound.
We were coming up with a cigar called a Questure 10G.
Okay.
7 1/4 inches, maybe a 50 ring, which is huge back in those days. And Cameroon tobacco by nature
Smaller.
is a small tobacco.
Smaller
To get the
plants,
big leaves,
smaller
you have
leaves.
to pay a premium. We paid
What
something like
price is-
$65 a pound.
$65 a pound.
Yes.
$65 a pound back in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Probably the late 70s, early 80s.
Not a lot of tobacco is sold today for $65 a pound.
But there wasn't that much tobacco like this
Wow.
back then.
Well, for a typical cigar like the Questre number 95 of a big seller in the 70s and the 80s, what would the wraparound like that? What would you pay for the wraparound that?
Oh, maybe $15 a pound.
$15 a pound. That's still that's like wow. We'll have to do the math and figure out what the inflation, the present day value of that is, but that's far above what.
Especially used to sell for 35 cents a cigar,
Wow.
which sounds pretty cheap. We used to be able to see all of our competitors, all of the United States from our roof, because all the premium cigars are made in Tampa. Every cigar in Tampa, every factory had a Palma, 6 1/4 by 42. Every factory had a standard Palma, be it go label Garcia Vega, Fuente, Habit Tampa,
Perfecto Garcia.
Villazon, Perfecto Garcia. But this tobacco, after the embargo, there was panic in the streets. You couldn't get Cuban tobacco. What are you going to do? So Dad discovered this Cameroon tobacco, but there's no way he could have put this tobacco on a 26-cent cigar. So Dad was smart, like Grandpa JC was, an innovator. He found a way to sell the cigar for 35 cents. Everybody else, he had to, because the Cameroon wrapper was so expensive. The way he did, he took, everybody else had cigars in cardboard box for 26 cents. Dad wanted to be different. He sold these cigars in redwood boxes. Actually, originally they were cedar boxes. There were 2 bundles of 25 placed in a cedar box, a Cuban packing bundle.
We have photos of it.
We have in it. So everybody said, it's so expensive. Well, Dad justified it. It wasn't a Me Too product. It was different. The cigar wasn't a Me Too product, packaging.
So a 35-cent cigar was a luxury cigar back in the 70s. What would that price point be today? Would that be like a $35 cigar?
Well,
Like in terms of like what were regular cigars, premium cigars selling for back? And so if 35 cents was expensive, what was a regular cigar selling for?
26 cents.
26 cents. So like
9 cents made a big difference.
40% more. Wow.
Those are the good old days. Right now, thanks to our friends in Washington, we're paying 40 cents a cigar, SGIP tax. Back in those days, it was $2 cents a cigar.
Sure. Well,
Imagine the excise tax on cigars that we paid, that we pass it on to our retailers, pass on to the consumers, went up 20-fold, 20 times. But we're still here.
we are still here, and we're still proud to roll cigars today, just like Stanford, my grandfather, your father, did 100 years ago, just like my great-grandfather did 100 years ago. And cigars are meant to be shared, and it's a pleasure and a privilege for the 3 of us to be able to share a special cigar like this in honor of my grandfather's birthday. And so we want to do something special with all of our friends from all around the world too. Now that we've opened this box of Stanford's 90th cigars, we would love to share 2 of these cigars with a lucky winner out there on social media too. So please read the comments or the instructions in the post to enter as well, because cigars are meant to be shared. So we want to share one with you and have you share it with a friend as well. A 18-year-old cigar, the Diamond Crown Maximus Stanford's 90th, released in 2006 with tobaccos that were old back then. So it's really an incredible cigar, and thank you so much for joining us today and honoring and celebrating my grandfather's, what would have been his 108th birthday. And we invite you to come visit us here in the cigar city of Tampa, Florida. Come enjoy the Cigar Vault and enjoy more of our cigars. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
Dad, you're looking down at us, I know. What are we doing here? I know you're very proud
With a
of
big
me.
smile and a cigar.